Welcome my boys and girls. I hope you're all doing good, having a great day. Today we are doing a PvP tier list for October 2025. I have been trying to do this every single month since the meta is shifting every now and then. People discover something broken, something new, some new combination, some new gems comes out, and the meta is always shifting here and there. And in October 2025 I will be sharing my personal opinion, what I think, how each class is performing. But let me quickly change the screen. There is going to be a disclaimer here as well, saying that this video is my personal opinion and not a stated fact. So this isn't fact, just opinion from me, and I rather hear your opinion as well in the comments rather than saying, oh, you are so wrong, you have no idea what you're saying. I rather see your tier list, your opinion, rather than like reading your comments so other can see your opinion as well. But anyhow, I will be starting this PvP tier list with I guess it's gonna be the Blood Knight. Blood Knight, I believe so, has seen a pretty big changes in the past month or so. Now it is rising, and I would say you guys might disagree with me, but I would say that the Blood Knight might be a bit overtuned right now because of the amount of shields you can get. I have seen the Blood Knight at 10%, 5% HP, and then they get a shield which is as big as getting their whole health back. And so because of that, I would say that is a bit overtuned right now for a Blood Knight. Again, you guys gonna be like, oh no, just because Blood Knight can get a lot of shield, that doesn't mean it is performing too good. You know what, when we go into some gold and legend tier matches and you feel you face a Blood Knight who actually know how to build, it's really hard to kill them. And I would say the shield ability that the Blood Knight has, among few other things like the abomination, it is a bit overtuned, and I would easily put it in the top tier right now. It can be pretty solid. You know what, I'm gonna try and move it down a bit. You know what, this is where I'm gonna put it, a bit below the overtuned. It is overtuned, shield is overtuned, but this is where I'm gonna put the class. Next, it is going to be Tempest. Last time when I did a tier list, everyone was like, well, not everyone, like 80-70% people were saying Tempest is dead, it is rest in the peace, and I still don't agree with that. I think Tempest is still somewhat in here in a good at least tier list. At least in my opinion, you need some high skill cap, but if you have some good skill, your movement is good around the map, then you will be busting down other players pretty fast. The burst damage of Tempest is still one of the highest out there, and so I will be putting Tempest somewhere here. This is where I would be putting Tempest. You guys can agree with me or disagree, that is totally gonna be fine. Moving forward, it is going to be the Druid. The Druid is going to go straight in the top tier. Again, a bit overtuned, has a lot of movement speed. The blindness that it puts on you and then do the damage, as the shield, everything, and the HP increase, it is a bit overtuned at the moment. And if you're facing a really good player, it will be getting all the badges, almost all the badges in PvP as well. It is going to be the damage, the amount of damage it took, and pushing the idol, doing the crowd control. All the badges will go to a Druid. A really good Druid can make a big difference, and a bit overtuned right now in my opinion. Moving forward, it is going to be Monk. Monk in 1 vs 1 with the dashes is just impossible to hit right now. I'm not sure if this is going to be same for, like, if you're playing a Barbarian and Crusader, maybe the experience will be different. But in 1 vs 1, Monk jumping around, avoiding every single thing with the dashes, staying invincible, quad control immunity, it is really strong, and I would put it right along with a Tempest. 1 versus 1, it is pretty strong, but when it comes to fighting multiple players at the same time, that is when Monk can be defeated. But 1 versus 1 in the back line, targeting spot in the back line, Monk is pretty strong, and that is where I will be putting the Monk. Moving forward, it is going to be a Wizard. Wizard, in my opinion, is still doing pretty strong, not as strong as before. The reason for that is now we have some more overtuned classes which can be completely immune to control or can break the control, and the Wizard, in my opinion, is going to be somewhat close to the meta classes, which will be on the top. You still spamming quite a lot of skills in the PvP, running around and dealing a lot of damage at the same time. And so this is where I will be putting the Wizard at the moment. Let me know in the comment section down below, how do you guys feel where some of these classes are already ranked, where you guys gonna put them. Moving forward, it is going to be Necromancer. Now Necromancer either could be like overtuned with the dot. If someone really build up their character around the dot, has a lot of secondary potency, it is going to be nightmare. But I need to keep one thing in mind: not every Necromancer is like that. Some Necromancer are just not that great. And if we were to rank a Necromancer depending on the top place, then of course it will be a bit overtuned with all the dots that it can do. Then of course it is going to be overtuned. But most Necromancer, I think they're gonna be at the same level of a Wizard, maybe a bit better, I'm not sure. But to be safe, this is where I will be putting this. And like I said, if you guys want to factor in a dot, then it will be going up better than a Wizard. So you know what, this is where I am gonna put it at the moment in Necromancer. Next, moving forward, it is going to be Demon Hunter. Demon Hunter is another class that is overtuned at the moment. You guys can agree with that, or maybe you don't agree with that, because there are two types of Demon Hunter out there: the one who actually know how to play the class in PvP, and the one who has pretty much no idea what they're using, and they dash around not knowing that there is a meta build at the moment for a Demon Hunter that allow them to keep breaking the CC, and even CC immune to the gems like the Black Rose is the name, and the Flatter Grass, I believe so, and dealing quite a lot of damage. So Demon Hunter, in my opinion, is going to go on the top right now, a bit overtuned. Now we are left with the two classes here. The first one is a Barbarian. A lot of Barbarian end up switching to either Druid, or they end up switching to Demon Hunter, or they end up switching to Blood Knight, and now they're saying Barbarian is a trash class. But that is still not the case. Barbarian isn't that bad. I would say Barbarian is as good as a Tempest, Monk, and I would be putting it right there. I just don't agree people saying it is a trash class. It is far from a trash class. If you really know how to play your role as a Barbarian, it can make scaring people off, making them run away, since you will be undying. And if you have built your character correctly, the Barbarian is still going to be good. Now we are left with the Crusader. I've seen some new build for a Crusader. Not sure if that is going to become more popular or not, but the one with the mount running completely immune to control, that is one unique build I have seen. But largely most of the sages are still playing the same thing: buff up and go to the idol, use the immunity. That is still a thing, and that could be pretty powerful in doing the objective. So because of that, I will be putting Crusader somewhere here, somewhere there. And this is how my tier list for the October is gonna look. Let me know in the comment section down below, how would you guys rate it differently, and keep it in mind. This is my personal opinion. Your opinion is going to be different depending on the class you're playing. You guys most likely will be rating these classes differently. But for now, that is all. I'm gonna be signing off now. See you all in the next one. You guys have an excellent day. Later.